Hello again, everyone. We are back for another round of the DC Comics deck building game, Crisis Mode. Tonight we'll be using the Forever Evil base set with Crisis 1. Now, Forever Evil has some things that do make it a little different than the other ones. It's very destruction heavy for one, and a lot of attack cards, which aren't really beneficial during Crisis Mode. So we'll see how that pans out with these two sets coming together. The choice I went with is Robin. Now, why'd I choose Robin? And the simple reason is because of Signature Trenchcoat. Signature Trenchcoat is a equipment card in Crisis 1, and I want to use it as much as possible because Forever Evil destroys so many cards. I'm going to want to probably get some of those back. So with Robin, I'll be able to use Signature Trenchcoat as much as possible in order to keep the cards I would like to keep here and contribute them to Crises along the way anyway. So, let's take a look here. So the first time a card tells you to draw a card during each of your turns, you may instead put an equipment from your discard pile into your hand. So instead of drawing a card, I can choose an equipment from my discard pile. As usual in Crisis 1, the first villain is Ra's al Ghul. At the end of your turn, if you did not buy or gain a card from the lineup, add the top card of the main deck to the lineup. So if I don't buy a card, that's going to be 2 cards out here at the end of my turn. And as usual, the first Crisis is Arkham Breakout. So when a villain with an attack enters the lineup, treat it as if it were a first appearance attack against all players. So I'm going to get attacked a lot probably. Now to beat it is a little bit different. In solo mode, there's a special rule because the rule that's on the Arkham Breakout card is really meant for larger groups. Well, at least 2 people, I should say. So the solo rule reads, at the start of your turn, discard your hand. Remove this Crisis if each of the cards have a different name. So if I have a hand of 5 cards that all have different names, goodbye Arkham Breakout. I don't even care if one of those is a weakness. We'll take it, as long as we get rid of Arkham Breakout, because if you remember, we are in Season 2 of the Solo Crisis League. In the Solo Crisis League, we try and make little challenges here and there. This season, we are shuffling the extra Crisis cards into the top half of the main deck. So I have 2 Crisis cards in the top half of this main deck, and I don't want to face them too early. And ideally, I want them to come out when I've already beat a Crisis. So let's see how that goes. I'm going to just fix a few lighting issues over here first. Maybe get this mic out of the shot. And I'll be right back to play for you. Alright, we're back and we should be good to go now. Just a little glare there. We can deal with that, I hope, just a little bit for now. So, let's go ahead. You know how it works. First 5 cards right off the top of the main deck. Oh, wait, our hand of our deck. 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, there we go. So we got an okay hand, yeah. And let's get the first 5 cards here. 2, 3, 4, and 5. We do have 2 attacks here. Destroy a card of cost 1, 2, or 3 in someone's discard pile. Well, I don't have a discard pile right now, so that's great. Thank you, Broadsword. Bizarro, each foe gains a weakness. That I can do, unfortunately. So that's something that's going to happen. So, first hand, we have 1, 2 punches, 2 vulnerabilities, and a third punch. That is 3 power, and we will buy... I'm kind of curious if I want Quiver of Arrows so early in the game. And we'll get Catwoman for now. No. Oh, wait. Steal 1 VP. Never mind. That also had a... Sorry. I just saw Catwoman also has an attack. But she is not going to affect me because I don't have VP right now. We're going to take Quiver of Arrows, though, I think. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. New card comes out. Oh, it's only villains with an attack. Only villains with an attack. Well, in that case, I don't have to gain that weakness because Bizarro is not a villain. He is, but that card is not. Bizarro power is not. Alright, vulnerability, but 1, 2, 3, and 4 punches. Alright, 4 power means we'll buy Catwoman now. We'll buy Catwoman now. Alright, let's get a new card out there. Transformation, that is a good one to have pretty early in the game. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. How we doing here? It's all punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 punches. Let's go ahead and get Transmutation, and we're going to hopefully be able to destroy all those starter cards right in these next couple turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is Royal Flush Gang. Does not have an attack, fortunately. Alright, we have 1, 2, 3 power this turn. That's enough. We can either buy Kick or get rid of Man-Bat. I want to get some power in my hand, plus I want to get 5 different cards in a hand. So we are going to take that Kick, and then I think from here on out it's going to be destroying starter cards, getting rid of villains, and hopefully getting a few stronger cards along the way. Because we should be okay with getting rid of Arkham Breakout pretty soon, I think. Maybe that's optimistic, but we'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unfortunately, because of Ra's al Ghul, we're going to have 2 cards coming out because Kicks are not part of the main lineup. And there's Signature Trenchcoat. That is the card I wanted Robin for, so let's get that one soon. Alright, our hand is 1, 2. And we have Quiver of Arrows. Choose any number of players. Each of those players reveals the top card of his deck and may discard it. We'll discard this punch. So again, we had a total of 1, 2, 3 power. Let's get rid of Man-Bat. Don't want more cards coming out if possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, look at that. If I had no villains out here, I could get rid of Arkham Breakout right now. But I have villains out here, so that's not happening. Alright, I can destroy a card in your hand or discard pile. Do I have anything I want to destroy in my discard pile? Sure, we have a vulnerability in here. We're going to destroy that. Goodbye. And gain a victory point. Okay, that's mine. You may gain a card from the lineup of equal or lesser cost. Well, there's nothing that has a cost of 0, so that's not happening. But we did get rid of that. 1, 2, 3, 4 power, and a vulnerability. We are going to go ahead and we're going to get ourselves a Signature Trenchcoat. Like I said, it's the card I want. New card comes out. 1, 2, 3. That's not going to cut it. Gotta shuffle this up. Gotta get rid of these villains. I should be fine for Arkham Breakout now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's signature. You may gain a card of cost 5 or less from the destroy pile if I choose not to. I don't really want Man-Bat, so we're going to pass and just take the 2 power. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and a vulnerability. We'll go ahead and we will get, or we'll get rid of 1 Royal Flush Gang. That's what we're going to do. New card comes out. Mallet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, I can destroy a card in my hand or discard pile. I'm going to destroy this vulnerability. I will get a victory point for that. And that should be that. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go ahead and buy Mallet, I believe. Reveal the top card of your deck, draw it, or pass it to a player's discard pile. Yes, please. Yes, please. Let's go ahead and shuffle this up, get a new card out here. Bell Rev. For each villain you play, get +1. We're going to get Bell Rev, and then we're going to use Signature Trenchcoat to buy as many villains as we can. We're going to have a villain-heavy deck. Just because Bell Rev came up, and we have Signature Trenchcoat available to us, that's the game plan now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Because that's a +1 for each villain. Easy. Choose any number of players. Each of those players reveals the top card of their deck and may discard it. We will discard this punch. Reveal the top card of your deck. Draw it or pass it to another player's discard pile. We will draw it. I can use my ability, but we don't have an equipment in the discard pile. That's not happening this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4 power. Let's go ahead and get a kick, and we'll also get Steve Trevor. That's what we're going to do. New card coming out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Can have a Signature Trenchcoat. There it is. Transformation. We will destroy this vulnerability. Or, no, we will destroy. We're going to destroy Steve Trevor. When you destroy this card in any zone, draw 2 cards and then discard a card. So we'll deal with that in a second. But first, I get to destroy a card in your hand or discard pile and gain a victory point. Cool. Then gain a card from the line of equal or lesser cost than the card played this way. So I can gain a card of cost 1, so Quiver of Arrows is mine. So we're going to do that. Now since I destroyed Steve Trevor, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. 1, 2, and we will discard this vulnerability. We are at 0 power right now, but that could be better. Wait, I didn't want to do that. It says when you draw 2 cards and discard a card. And this says the first time a card tells you to draw a card during each of your turns, you may instead put an equipment from your discard pile. You know, I should have done that, but it's too late now. Yeah. Oh well, maybe next time. So, we are at 1 power of Catwoman, 2 with a punch, 3, 4 with kick, 5 with punch. We'll go ahead and buy Royal Flush Gang, getting it out of there. And then we have Signature Trenchcoat. We can get a card of cost 5 or less from the discard pile, from the destroyed pile. We are going to get a Royal Flush Gang. It's a pretty good turn. I'm happy with how it went. Now that we're out of villains up there, hopefully we can get rid of Royal Flush Gang pretty quick. Pretty quick. May not happen that way. If it doesn't, we'll at least be able to get Bell Rev pretty soon. So let's get this down here. We'll get a new card out here. Power Drain. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. They don't fill the Arkham Breakout requirements. So I am at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is enough to buy Bell Rev, just like I said I was planning on doing. So far, keeping my word. New card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, new hand, then a new card. Another Signature Trenchcoat. That's what I want to see. Look at the top. Each player, look at the top card of your deck. I may discard it. We will go ahead and discard that punch. We can destroy a card. Did I have a vulnerability in here? I did. Goodbye. Gain a victory point. So 0 power right now, but 1 with a punch, 2 with Catwoman, and 4 with a kick. We're going to go ahead and get another Signature Trenchcoat. And we're just going to go Trenchcoat crazy. Just trust me. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. New card coming out. Let's see. Can we get rid of Arkham Breakout? That is 5 cards, all with different names. Goodbye, Arkham Breakout. That's a very good hand. I would have loved to play it, but I'd really want to get moving on. I don't want to get caught in a situation where I have 2 crises at once, because the Crisis in Crisis 1 can be a bit tougher than some of the other ones because it was their first attempt at it, and it's really a team game. Luckily, there are alternate solo rules for a lot of them. I'm just going to get a drink here real quick. As I mentioned before, this is for the Solo Crisis League. It is a DC Comics deck building game Crisis Mode league that I run. There's lots of details below, and I'll talk about it a bit more later too. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, here's our hand. We can destroy a card. We're going to get rid of another punch. We are really getting rid of these starter cards early, and I like it. I like it. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to buy Flight and Giant Growth. There we go. Commissioner Gordon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we want to get to 9 power so we can get rid of Ra's al Ghul. Let's go. Look at the top card of each player. Choose any number of players. Each of those players reveals the top card of his deck and may discard it. We will discard this punch. Then we're going to do it again. We're going to leave that there. Then we're going to play Royal Flush Gang, where I draw 2 cards and then discard 2 cards. We will discard these 2 cards. We're going to play this Signature Trenchcoat to get this Royal Flush Gang out of the destroyed pile and into my discard pile. And then reveal the top card of your deck, draw it, or pass it to another player's discard pile. And we'll draw it for 1 power. I think that was 1 power total after all of that. Nothing we're going to buy, obviously, with 1 power. We didn't buy anything from the lineup, so that's 2 cards coming out. That is 2 cards coming out, which isn't great. We have 2, we do have 2 of the signature Trenchcoat, which is, I based my entire game plan on, so it's good to have both of those early. But additionally, we have a few villains and Bell Rev coming up. I'm guessing it's one of these 4 cards here. It has to be, since I shuffled it last turn. And with that, we will get moving in some really powerful hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Like I said, here's Bell Rev. 1 with a punch, 2 punch, 3 Catwoman, and Signature Trenchcoat. We'll go ahead and we'll go to 5. Leaving Signature Trenchcoat out of it. Not using its ability this turn, I mean. And we'll get rid of the Blight. We'll call that a turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not like there's anything I can do with that extra 1 power anyway. New card coming out. Alright. Time to get rid of some of these Quiver of Arrows. I'm having that come up way more than enough. Look at the top card of my deck. I may discard it. We'll discard that kick. We're going to do it again. Do I want to discard? Yes, we're going to discard that punch. We're at 2, 3, and then do I want to use Signature Trenchcoat? Do I want any of these cards? Yeah, we're going to get the Blight. That's what we're going to do. So we had 3 power and we bought the Blight. We'll buy Vibe, just so we don't have to deal with Ra's al Ghul's power. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, I can destroy a card. We will destroy this punch. You know what? No, we won't. We're going to destroy a card in my discard pile just so I get the extra power this turn. We'll destroy this punch. So I get a victory point for that. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power. We're going to get Bowstaff and Commissioner Gordon. We're getting a lot of low power cards here. I think I have to stop buying those for a bit just so I can get some stronger cards. I do need to get to 9 power eventually so I can get Ra's al Ghul. So maybe I should start buying some kicks to at least get some 2 power moves. Okay, new card coming out. I'm getting nervous, more nervous every second that we're going to get a second Crisis before we even get rid of Ra's al Ghul. That is my fear. Last time we did this was, what was it, Crisis 4 with Heroes Unite, which was pretty simple. But before that, it was Crisis 3 with the base game. That was tough. It was very rewarding, but it was tough. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, Quiver of Arrows. Look at the top card, may discard it. No, we won't maybe we will. Yeah, we're gonna discard that this turn. Alright. Now let's go ahead and reveal the top card of your deck, draw it, or pass it to any player's discard pile. I'll pass that to my discard pile also. Alright, Royal Flush Gang, draw 2 cards. And then discard 2 cards. We'll discard 2 punches. Then we're going to do Royal Flush Gang again, drawing 2 cards. And discarding 2 cards, we will discard Kick and Quiver of Arrows. Because of those Royal Flush Gangs, we are at 1-2 with Bell Rev. 3-4 of Giant Growth. I don't want to buy any of that, so we're not going to buy any of that. That simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are a few things I could have done better that turn. Kind of happens a lot, you know. Alright, 1. 3 with bow staff. 4 with a punch. 5, 6 with a kick. 7 with a punch. 7's good. We're going to buy Constructs of Fear. It's not a fantastic card, but I would like something with 3 power, getting me closer to that 9 gold Ra's al Ghul. Anything to get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I should get Bizarro, since I've got a few destruction cards going now. Alright. Vibe. I may put a hero or superpower with cost 5 or less of my discard pile on top of my deck. We're going to put Flight on top of my deck. That's what we're going to do. So we're at 1 power. 2 with Catwoman. 3 with a punch. 4, 5 with Signature Trenchcoat. And then I may destroy a card in my hand or discard pile if it's a superpower plus power equal to its cost. If not, plus 2 power. So we're at 5. We're at 6 with Bell Rev because of the Blight. And we just need to destroy a superpower that costs 3, you know, like a kick. And that'll get us to 9. And because we put Flight on top of our deck, we're guaranteed a defense card for this next turn. See, that turn was much better than my past one. That'll redeem me, at least in my own eyes, and I hope in yours too. Alright. Shuffle all this up. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And then we're going to have to get a new Crisis and a new supervillain. New supervillain. Okay. Let's get our hand ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Gotta have a new card come out. Get our new Crisis ready. Kryptonite Meteor. Put the top 3 cards of the main deck into the lineup. 1, 2, and 3. We're just going to double up a little up there. Superpower cards lose all text to have +1 power instead. Each player must destroy a superpower in his hand. Oh man, we just destroyed that kick. Oh well. And Lex Luthor. Each player must... So superpower cards lose all text. You know how I just put that defense on top of my deck? It's a superpower. It's useless now. Lex Luthor. This attack can't be avoided. Each player gains X weaknesses, where X is equal to the highest VP among cards in his hand. Well, I think my highest VP is 1, so we're going to gain 1 weakness. That's not a totally terrible thing to happen. So what we're going to do is we're just going to destroy a superpower. We're going to destroy Flight and get rid of Kryptonite Meteor. Oh, we can't. We have villains out there. Right. Right. Let's do Quiver of Arrows. Look at the top card. I may discard it. We will not. We'll play reveal the top card of your deck, draw it, or pass it to another player's discard pile. We're going to draw it, obviously. Then we're going to play it. Draw 2, discard 2. We'll discard these 2 punches. We are at 1 power with Royal Flush Game because of Bell Rev. 2, 3, and I could do 5, or I could gain a card from the destroyed pile. We're going to go 5 because I have a few expensive villains up here we would like to get rid of now. So let's go ahead and get rid of Killer Frost. Anything that costs 1 up there? Nah. Nothing that costs 1. Okay. New card coming out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Any? Yeah, there is. Destroy this kick and say goodbye to Kryptonite Meteor. That's not terrible. I can destroy a card in my hand or discard pile. We're going to destroy that weakness. You saw it earlier, and we're going to get a new victory point. I can put a hero or a superpower from my discard pile on top of my deck. I don't think I will, though. Yeah, we're going to pass on that. So that's just 1, 2, and 3 of these punches. Gets us enough not to get Giganta. We'll get Giant Growth, though. Or, you know what? No, we're gonna get Giant Growth. New card coming out. Johnny Quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Royal Flush Gang. Draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. That's pretty good choices here. So we're going to discard a Punch, and we'll discard Commissioner Gordon. So we're at 1 power because of Bell Rev, 2 power with the Blight, and I can destroy a superpower. Do I have any I want to destroy? We'll destroy Giant Growth. Yeah. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So with that, we'll get rid of Giganta. I think I screwed up earlier. I don't think I was able to get rid of Kryptonite Meteor because I think Giganta was still out there. So since I could afford to get Lex Luthor, I'm not going to, just to kind of make up for that mistake. Instead, I will buy Giganta and Johnny Quick this turn. And with the remaining 5 points, I'll go ahead and I will buy nothing else. That'll be my penance. My penance points there. All right, let's shuffle this up. I've said before, these mistakes are going to happen. No one's perfect. What I try to do, though, is find a way to make up for it as much as possible. I don't try and let it last. I don't try to ride the benefits of my mistake as long as possible. I try to make up for it as soon as I can. As soon as I notice, at least. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Gotta get a new card out here. Boom. The Rot. The Rot. Alright, look at the top card of your deck. I may discard it. Here's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna discard that. We are gonna play Royal Flush Gang, though. Draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. Discard this Punch, and we'll go ahead and we will discard Flight. Yeah, so we're at 1 power because of Royal Flush Gang. We can destroy a card. We'll destroy the Punch over here. 1, 2, 3. I could be at 5, or I could gain a card from the destroyed pile. I think I want to gain a card from the destroyed pile. I think I want to get Johnny Quick because with Bell Rev, Johnny Quick is essentially Johnny Quick is essentially a +1 power and draw a card, which is a nice combination. So again, that was 1, 2, 3 power. Anything I want to buy for that? We'll get a kick. Why not? Could always get things I can destroy later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. New card coming out. Man-Bat Serum. That's a good one to destroy. Alright, reveal the top card of your deck. Draw it or pass it to another player's discard pile. I could do... I will. So I reveal the top card, and this says draw it or pass it to another player's discard pile. But with Robin, first time a card tells you to draw a card each of your turns, you may instead put an equipment from your discard pile into your hand. We're going to put Signature Trenchcoat from my discard pile into my hand. So we're at 0 power. 1, 2, 3. Do I want? I can either do 4, 5, or get a card from the destroyed pile. I think we'll get Giganta. That sounds like fun. And we can destroy. So we're at 3 power total, right? Yep. 4 power with the Blight, but I can also destroy a superpower and get that power. Get the power of its cost. So I could get 7. I could get up to 7 if need be. But I think with our 4, we'll just buy the Rot and call it a day. Probably won't use it very much. I've already destroyed all of my vulnerabilities. But we'll see when it comes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd like to get rid of Lex Luthor now. That'd be cool. I'd be cool with that. Alright, look at the top card of the deck. May discard it. I'll discard Catwoman. I'm not going to really use it. Alright. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I can put a hero or superpower on top of my deck. I don't think I want to, though. So we're at 7. Let's go ahead. We'll get Man-Bat Serum. And we'll also get Stargirl. Stargirl! Starburns! Alright. New card here coming out. Power of the Rot. Not my favorite card. I feel like it's constantly present in Crisis 1 games. I think there's like 2, maybe even 3 copies. And I feel like it's just always coming up. So I've just kind of grown tired of the Rot card. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. What are we looking at here? 2 signature trench coats. Alright, we are going to do Royal Flush Gang. Draw 2 cards. And then discard 2 cards. We will discard these 2 punches. That's what we're going to do. Then we can destroy a card in our hand or discard pile. We will destroy one of these punches and get a new card here. Then we'll play the Blight. I can destroy a card. We will destroy this one. So that is 1, 2 power because of the 2 supervillains and Bell Rev. And we can get 2 cards from the destroyed pile, or we could get 4 more power. What do we want to do? We'll get 4 more power. So that 4, 5, 6 total. We can go ahead and we can get Captain Atom, I think. Yeah. Yeah, Captain Atom it is. New card comes out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not getting the high number hands I want. There we go. That's better. Put the Rod out here. I'm going to put it right underneath Bell Rev so it doesn't take up all that space. But basically, when there's a weakness or vulnerability, I can draw a card. We will play Quiver of Arrows. Look at the top card. May discard it. Yeah, we'll discard Stargirl. Play Johnny Quick. So that's 1 power and draw a card. 2 power. 3 power. I can put a hero on top of my deck. We're going to put Stargirl there. And then Man-Bat Serum is going to be plus these VP. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 power. Saying goodbye to Lex Luthor. That does destroy Man-Bat Serum, but remember, we have all those signature trench coats to get that back. See? I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Let's get our new hand ready and get a new card out here. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Do I have a defense card here? I do. I have Stargirl. That's right. I purposely put Stargirl on top of my deck for this very reason. Anyway, Electromagnetic Pulse. Put the top 3 cards of the main deck into the lineup. We're just going to stack them up here. 1, 2, and 3. I'm just going to double up these ones that are the same card, just to make reading a little bit easier for myself and maybe even you. Okay, Equipment cards lose all text and have +1 power instead. Each player must destroy an equipment in his hand. Okay? And our attack is Sinestro. Each player puts all heroes from his hand into the lineup. We're going to use Stargirl to defend against that. You may discard this card to avoid an attack. If you do, draw a card and put a card that costs 1 or greater from the destroyed pile on the bottom of the main deck. Alright, so I get to draw a card, but I could also, because of Robin, instead of draw a card... Oh, it's not my turn. The first time a card tells you to draw a card during each of your turns, it's not my turn. It's like between turns. That's a weird gray area. And then I also get to put a card of cost 1 or greater on the bottom of the main deck. We'll put... I plan on using that ability a few times, so what we're going to do is we're going to put a kick down there. The kick's going to tell us, hey, you reached the end of the deck. The end of where you started using Stargirl. Okay. Let's do this. So, I have to contribute an equipment to get rid of this. That's not a problem because we're just going to contribute Quiver of Arrows, goodbye, and say goodbye to Electromagnetic Pulse because there are no villains out here right now. Now, Sinestro, on the other hand, is going to cost 3 more for each hero in the lineup. And right now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's another 15 cost on him. That's 25. We need to get rid of those heroes fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to get Power Girl. 1, because that's exactly what you get for 5 power. But also, she's a pretty good card. 3 power is nothing to laugh at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Especially with this particular combo. New card coming out. There we go. There's what I was thinking. Okay. Royal Flush Gang. Draw 2 cards and then discard 2 cards. Discard Commissioner Gordon. And we will discard this kick. Yeah. So we're at 1 power. Now we're going to play Mallet. Reveal the top card of your deck. And the reason I'm kept Mallet, I could have discarded it. Would have been reasonable to. But now, since I don't have a deck, I'm going to shuffle my discard pile. Now, why do I want my discard pile shuffled? I'll show you on the next card I play. So first we'll finish Mallet, and then I'll tell you why I wanted to shuffle that discard pile. So again, we are at 1 power. Reveal the top card. I can draw it or pass it to another player's discard pile. We'll draw it. So we're at 1 power. 2 power because of Giganta, and she's +4 if there are no cards that cost 3 or less in your discard pile. I don't have a discard pile. So that is 1, 2, 6 power right there. That's a good hand. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I could be at 12, 13, or I could gain a card from the destroyed pile. I think I want Man-Bat Serum. Yeah, I want Man-Bat Serum. So again, our total was 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 11, and Signature Trenchcoat's ability. So 11 power. We'll get both Animal Men. So 4, that's 8, and we can get a Catwoman. There's only 1 hero left out here now. That's a pretty good turn. It's a pretty good turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get a card coming out here. John Constantine. That's a card I want. So I'm okay with having to buy that one. Johnny Quick, 1 power and draw a card. I should have played Quiver of Arrows first. Look at it, may discard it. Yeah, we'll discard Bowstaff. So I'm at 1 power, 2 with Catwoman, 3 with a punch, 4 with a punch. I could be at 6, or I could gain a card of cost 4 or less. Let's be at 6 to buy John Constantine. That's what I wanted. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's a good hand. I might actually do it this turn. 1, I can put a superpower or... I'm sorry, a superpower with cost 5 or less from the discard pile on top of your deck. So superpower or a hero, I believe. Yes. I'm going to purposely look for a defense card. Do I have... I don't have her. So since I don't have her, is there any other defense cards? I was hoping to get Stargirl, but I don't have a defense card in those categories. So we're going to put John Constantine on top of my deck because I want to play him. So we are at 1 power, 2 power with Flight, 5 power with Power Girl, 6 power of Commissioner Gordon. We could be at 8, or we could get a card from the destroyed pile. I don't want any of those, so that's going to be 8. With 8, that's goodbye, Avatar of the Rot. Yeah, that's pretty good. New card comes out. Please don't be a... There we go. We are getting to that point where I'm really nervous that a new Crisis is about to come out any minute now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's inevitable. I mean, there's 2 of them there in the first half of the deck. We're probably about a quarter of the way through the deck now. Odds are really against us. All right. We're going to play John Constantine first. Reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. Draw one of them and put the other on top of your deck in any order. Oh, sorry. Put the other on top of your deck or destroy it. Okay. Hopefully we get one of those as a punch and we just get it out of the way. That's what I like about Constantine. It really increases the odds that you get rid of some garbage cards. 1, 2. So reveal these 2. And draw one and put the other on top of your deck or destroy it. Let's go ahead. We'll draw a kick, and we'll go ahead and destroy Catwoman. Then we're going to play Royal Flush Gang. So I have to draw 2 cards and then discard 2 cards. We will discard this punch, and we'll discard this kick. So that's 1 power. Reveal top card, may discard it. I will not discard it. Oh, draw it or discard it. Sorry. We will draw it, yes. So we're at 1 power, 2 power with the Blight. No, we're going to save the Blight. So we're at 1 power. I can destroy a card. We're just going to destroy this punch and get our victory point for it. What was I at? Just 1 power. 2, 3 of Stargirl. 4 with the Blight, and we will destroy this kick, bringing us to 7. I could take us to 9, or I could gain a card from the destroyed pile. Is there anything there I want? It's got to be 5 or less, so Avatar of the Rot is out. I guess I'll take us to 9. So with 9 power, what can I do? What do I want to do? I guess we'll get 1 power of the red. And we'll get 1 invulnerable. No, I don't want that. It's a defense card, but it's not a great defense card, you know? You don't want to... Wait, is there no audio? There is, right? Okay. Oh, I just got nervous. My my audio bar was way down. That would have been upsetting. It's been a long time. I don't want that. So anyway, where was I? I bought Avatar of the Rot. I'm going to stop buying cards there because I don't really want any of those. Let's go ahead and get this moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. New card comes out. Bow Staff. All right. Johnny Quick with Bell Rev is +1 and draw a card. We'll play that. Look at the top card. We'll discard Catwoman. So that's 1 about Johnny Quick. 2 of Giganta +3, 4. I definitely don't meet the criteria for a special ability. 5, 6, and choose a card type. Reveal the top card of your deck. If it has that card type, draw it. We're going to go with Equipment. It's an equipment. So again, we were at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's 10. That's enough to buy Sinestro because there are no heroes out there. I have a Man-Bat Serum. I'm not going to use it. I was hoping I wouldn't have to, so I can keep it for a future villain. All right, we have a pretty full lineup here. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'm hoping to have a defense card. No defense card. We're going to take whatever happens next, and hopefully it's not something where I have to clear the lineup. If it is the countdown one, I've got plenty to contribute to it, so there's that plus. Before we get into it, again, it's for the Solo Crisis League. We have a round every week. 5 weeks is 5 rounds for 1 season. We get rankings overall. We get season rankings, round rankings. We get different combinations every week of a base game and a Crisis expansion. And we have different rules. So like this week, I have 2 Crisis cards shuffled in the top half of the main deck. None of them have come up yet. I'm probably still about a quarter of the way through the main deck. So odds are one's going to pop up pretty soon. Let's see how this goes. So first, the Crisis card. Rise of the Rot. At the start of your turn, gain a weakness unless you reveal one from your hand. Each player must discard a weakness card. Also remove this Crisis if the weakness stack runs out. That's not so bad. It just takes, we have to get through the deck, that's all. And I'm pretty far through my deck, so it'll be pretty soon. And now we have this, Deathstroke. Each player destroys a hero, superpower, and equipment in his hand. Hero, superpower, and equipment. Okay, I guess we will destroy Vibe and Giant Growth. Those aren't total losses. That could be, you know what? Maybe I don't want to do Vibe. No, I do. Is it going to be Vibe? I like Vibe because it gets me Power Girl on top of my deck. I'm sorry, not Power Girl. Star Girl on top of my deck. But we'll let him go because we've got lots of signature trench coats to get that back. So, we're going to do Royal Flush Gang, which is draw 2 and then discard 2. We will discard this Punch, and we'll go ahead and discard Flight. Didn't get anything for that, but we got 1 power because of Bell Rev. 2-3, look at the top card, sorry. It is an equipment, we'll say. What is it? Oh well. So it is 1, 2, 3 power. I can gain a card of cost 4 or less, or just get 2 more power. We'll get 2 more power. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power. I don't think I want any of this right now. There will be time where I do want some of it, but right now is not that time. It just isn't. Oh, I was supposed to get a weakness at the beginning of that turn also. That was the only turn, right? Yes, that was the only turn. Okay. Now it's the beginning of a new turn. We'll go ahead and get another weakness. Shuffle this up. Hopefully this one weakness comes up pretty quick. That's all I want. I just don't want there to be a situation where we have this weakness floating around the deck for a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Here we go. It's a pretty good hand. Just don't have anything I want to spend it on, unfortunately. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But I don't have anything I want to spend 10 power on. I could have bought Bizarro. Bizarro, you know, we will buy 1 Bizarro. If I had bought Bizarro earlier, I would already have the weaknesses for Rise of the Rot. So, I guess joke's on me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the beginning of a new turn, which means a new weakness for me. And a new card comes out. At the start of your turn, gain a weakness unless you reveal one from your hand. Okay, I can reveal this one from my hand, so I didn't actually gain that weakness. Each player must discard a weakness card. Also remove this crisis if the weakness cards runs out. So we're going to discard this weakness card and say goodbye to Rise of the Rot. Look at the top card of the deck. May discard it. We will not. Then we're going to play Mallet. Reveal the top card of your deck. Draw it or pass it to another player's discard pile. We will know what it is. We're going to draw it. Alright. Signature Trench Coat. Is there anything in here I want back? I had to destroy a few things. I don't think there's anything I want back. You know what? I do. I want Vibe back. We're going to get Vibe back. So that's 1 card back. Still no power. We'll do 2 power for Signature Trench Coat. And then we're going to play Man-Bat Serum. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Goodbye Man-Bat Serum. Goodbye Deathstroke. Still have 2 power left. I don't want any of that, though. So that's that. Pretty good. All right, we are what? We have defeated 1, 2, 3, 4 villains and 4 crises, obviously. And we haven't had any come up yet, so that's pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That still leaves plenty of room for me to get absolutely destroyed. But right now, we're doing okay. Do I have a defense card? I have no defense card, so we're just going to see what happens here. Dimension Shift. Put the top 3 cards on the main deck into the lineup. All right, busy lineup again. 1, 2, and 3. Ooh, Firestorm. Good card. All cards in the lineup cost 2 more to buy. Each player reveals the top card of his deck. If any player reveals a card of cost exactly 2, remove this crisis. I have been caught on Dimension Shift for quite a while sometimes. It is unfortunate, but that does happen. Okay. And Darkseid. Each player puts all superpowers from his hand into the lineup. I have no superpowers in my hand, so that's a pretty good turn for that to happen. I'll take it. Okay. So, Dimension Shift. Everyone costs 2 more. I have to reveal the top card of my deck. If anyone reveals a card of cost exactly 2, remove the crisis. So what we'll do is we'll use John Constantine in order to look at the top 2 cards of the deck. I can draw 1. Do any of them cost 2? No, neither of them cost 2. We are going to leave Captain Atom there. We're not going to destroy anything. And we'll draw Royal Flush Gang. We're going to say, hey, there's a hero over there to get Captain Atom. I've got so many draw cards here now. So many. So we're at 2 power total. How do I want to do this? There's so many things I could do. I need to see if there's a card that costs 2 here. Do I want to take the chance and do it now? Because I don't think I can do it more than once per turn. And we'll say I'm going to do it now. Does it cost 2? It costs 4. Oh well. Alright, Royal Flush Gang. Draw 2, discard 2. And we'll discard... Well, we're just going to discard both of those, I think. Yeah. Play Johnny Quick to draw 1. There we go. I'll play another Royal Flush Gang to draw 2 and discard 2. There's a card that costs 2, unfortunately. 1, and we'll get rid of Catwoman also. So we are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power. I can destroy... we'll save that. 6, 7 with Stargirl. 8, 9 of Captain Atom. 10 with the Blight for now, but I can destroy a superpower to get more. So I think, did I say it was at 10? I forgot already. It happens. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 indeed. We can destroy Power of the Rot, bringing us to 14. Do I need that extra? He costs extra for superpowers out there, right? So, yeah, we're going to destroy Power of the Rot, getting us to 14. And we'll buy another Power of the Rot, which is going to cost us 6 because it costs 2 more. And we'll buy Insanity because it costs 2 and is a superpower. So 2 for this and a superpower for that. So that's 4, bring us to 10. So means I have 14 left. Is there anything else that costs 2 that I can buy? I know everything's full and everything's covered up now. I don't like it either. Let's go ahead and stack up some of these duplicates to help things out. Busy, busy lineup today. Okay, that's all I can do this turn. New cards coming out. Gotta shuffle things up now. Gotta figure out a way to get a card that costs 2 on top. Gotta find a way. There's always a card that helps you look at the top card of the deck, or to, you know, put one on top of your deck if possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. What do we got? I could put a hero on top of my deck, but I don't have any in my discard pile. We're gonna play... We'll play Signature Trenchcoat first. Oh wait, this should have been shuffled in. This is all wrong. This is my hand last turn. I didn't shuffle it into my discard pile. I'm going to shuffle it in now. Because I've already seen this hand. I don't want to ruin things. So I have to shuffle this up. Sorry about that. Like I said, I make mistakes sometimes, but I try and fix them as fast as I can. There we go. Now, how do we want to do this? We'll play Giganta. She's going to get 1 for Bell Rev, and since there's no cards in the discard pile, that's 4 power. So that's 5 power total. We'll play 6 with Vibe, 7, 8 with Animal Man, and we'll say Equipment. It's a hero that costs 2. Okay, I don't get to draw it, but we can say reveal a top card of your deck. If any player reveals a card that costs exactly 2, like Commissioner Gordon here, remove this crisis. Goodbye, Dimension Shift. Okay, that is much better. So, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can get a card from the destroyed pile. I will get Man-Bat from the destroyed pile. It is integral to this game's plan. So I think we were at 8 power total. Let's go ahead and get a star. Oh no, we want to get rid of some superpowers. So what are the cheapest superpowers? Get rid of a flight. And I still have 6 left. We'll get rid of both invulnerables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you know I'm winning. Mr. Xander. Agent. I spoke too soon. I'm going to blame you, Agent Xander. Untouchable villain. So, as I said, I shuffled some of the crisis cards into the main deck, and one popped up just when I didn't want it to. At the start of your turn, put the top card of the main deck into the lineup. If it's not a villain, discard a card. Each player must destroy 8 cost worth of cards in his hand. 8 cost. Okay. Well, we have to put a card out that would replace that one. And then, at the start of your turn, put the top card of the main deck into the lineup. If it's not a villain, discard a card. It is a villain, so I don't have to discard a card. But on the downside, it's a villain. It is your fault. You're right. Alright, how can we do this? We have to get rid of these villains. We can't get rid of Untouchable Villain until Atomica and Psycho Pirate are gone. That's okay. We have a few interesting cards here. We'll play Bowstaff. He's 3 power when there's a villain out there, so that's 3. I'll take that. We'll play Quiver of Arrows to look at the top card. I can discard it. No, we're going to leave that there. I have plenty of things I'd like to destroy. In fact, we'll play Mallet in order to do just that. Mallet reveals the top card of the deck, and I can draw it if I wish. So, we're at 3 power. We're going to play Transmutation, destroy a card in your hand or discard pile, gain 1 VP, and then gain a card from the lineup of equal or lesser costs. So what we're going to do is we're going to destroy Invulnerable and get a VP for doing that, 1 victory point. Now since Invulnerable costs 3, I can gain a card of cost 3 or less from the lineup. So we're going to get rid of Atomica. That's 1 down of the 2 I'm trying to get rid of. So that's 3 power total so far, but 1 closer to my goal. 4 with Commissioner Gordon. I can't do anything of Insanity. Who could? And I think that's going to be it for this turn. Fingers crossed. Yeah, that's it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you. I'm just gonna, I'll put that out there. Thank you. Alright, here's some good cards. We got a new card coming out. Now we have to reveal the next card because of Untouchable Villain. Is it a villain? It's a crisis. That's even worse. Alright, this is getting real ugly. Everything's filling up here. Wave of Terror. At the start of your turn, discard all cards that share the lowest cost in your hand. Each player discards a random card from his hand. Remove the crisis if each of those cards costs 1 or greater. I think there's a special rule for that with solo play, but we'll get to that in a minute. I still have to get a different card out here for what that was supposed to be. This is ugly. There's only supposed to be 5 cards out here. This is a mess. Okay, and then I have to do Untouchable Villain's ability, which is a card coming out. It's not a villain. This is ugly. Okay, so to beat Untouchable Villain, I have to destroy 8 costs worth of cards in my hand. Okay, and to beat Wave of Terror, I have to, at the start of your turn, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. Remove this crisis if each of those cards has cost 1 or greater. That's entirely doable. In fact, we're going to go for that right off the bat because there is one villain out here. There is one villain out there. Okay, we can do this. We're going to play Blight, which gets me 1 power because of Bell Rev and a villain. So that's 1. And we will destroy Insanity, which will give me 2 power for destroying it with Blight. So that's 3 power total. That's a start. A start. Then we'll play Signature Trenchcoat. That's 5 power total, buying Psycho Pirate. With that, we're going to go try, since there's no villains out here, I got rid of all of them, we're going to try and beat Wave of Terror. And to beat Wave of Terror, I have to discard the top 3 cards of my deck, remove the crisis if each of those cards costs 1 or greater. So 1, 2, 3, and they are all costing 1 or greater. So goodbye, Wave of Terror. Okay, 1 down. 1 more to go. And I don't think I have any power left. I spent it all. I have to, what? Each player must destroy 8 costs of the cards to get rid of this. Okay. We are going to destroy... Yeah, we're doing it. We're going to destroy Captain Atom and John Constantine. It's 11 power worth, but you know what? Goodbye, Untouchable Villain. I'm not buying anything else this turn. And this is an unholy mess. You know, I design game mats. That's what this is. This is my game mat. You can buy it if you want. Go for it. But this is not something I can predict in any of the times I've gone ahead and designed these, because this is just absurd. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. New card comes out for the new turn. House of Mystery. Darkseid's out here. Again, he costs 3 more for each superpower, so I need to clear out some of these superpowers. Superpowers, if you don't know, are the orange cards. They're all labeled superpower. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 superpowers out here. That means he's going to cost 12 more than his usual 10 right now. Let's see how we're going to avert that. Well, first off, we're going to play Royal Flush Gang. Since it's a villain, we get to get +1 power from it because of Bell Rev. So that's draw 2 cards and then discard 2 cards. We will discard this punch. And we'll discard Power of the Red. And then we're going to play another Royal Flush Gang, so that's 2 power now. Drawing 2 cards and then discarding 2 cards. Ooh, that's not great. We'll discard Flight. And you know what? We'll discard Johnny Quick. So that's 1, 2, plus 3 brings us to 5, plus 3 brings us to 8, plus 4 brings us to 12, but I have to gain a weakness because it's Bizarro. 12, right? Well, I think that's enough for me to get quite a few of those at least. We'll get the cheapest one so we get as many as possible. So 4 and 4 is 8, another 4 is 12. That's 3 superpowers off of... indeed. That is 3 superpowers off the main deck, off this lineup. You guys are throwing me off. I know you're out there. All right. Clean this up again. As usual, it's a mess. Let's go ahead. We are going to shuffle our deck, shuffle our discard pile because we are out of our deck. We have 1, 2 superpowers out here. Gotta get a new card out for the new turn. Of course it's a superpower, but it's a cheap one. I'll take a cheap one. So there is 1, 2, 3. So Darkseid normally costs 10, but with 3 superpowers out there, he's gonna cost 19. Let's go ahead and fix that. We can either pay the 19 if I can afford it. I don't mind that. Or we can get rid of some of those superpowers. I don't really want them though, so I'd rather just pay the 19 if possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I also want to get some signature trench coats back because I'd like to get some of these destroyed cards back into my hand. There we go. This is a destruction-heavy hand, which is not what you want for your first turn. What do we got? So we have this at 6, 5, and 2. Okay, we can do this. 3 for Constructions of Fear. 5 with Stargirl. We'll play 6 with Blight because of Bell Rev, but it also can destroy a superpower. We'll destroy Super Intellect, and we'll get 4 power for destroying that. So that is 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 3 is 10. And we aren't going to play Transmutation this turn. With our 10, can't destroy Darkseid just yet. Can't defeat Darkseid. But we can get another Transmutation, and we can buy Flight. Now it's only Bizarro power out there. I don't want Bizarro power if I don't have to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards from my hand. New card coming out. Alright, at least it's not a superpower. This is a terrible hand, but it's a good hand to have power of the red, because discard any number of cards and then draw that many cards. We're going to discard 1, 2, 3 cards and draw 3 cards. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Wasn't ideal. Oh well. 1 power for Giganta because of Bell Rev. And then if there are no cards of cost 3 or less in my discard pile, there's one of cost 0, so that doesn't qualify. So instead, she'll be 1, 1, 2, 3 power. 4 with Catwoman. 6 of Animal Man. Choose a card type. We'll say Equipment. Is it an Equipment? It is. Holy shit. Yeah, it is. So what was I already got distracted. I didn't expect it to actually be one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. 7, 8, and what's this time? It could be Equipment, Superpower, Hero, or Villain. We're going to go with Villain. That's a superpower. We'll leave it. I already forgot again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 power. I could be at 10, but that's not going to be enough to get rid of Darkseid. Or I could gain a card from the Destroy pile. We will gain John Constantine from the Destroy pile because I want him back. I want you back. And we have 8 power left. We'll go ahead and buy Bizarro power. I don't want it, like I said, but it's making Darkseid more expensive. I'm not going to overpay for my Darkseid. You know, you go to the market, you want some Darkseid. Some guy has it all the way up here in price, and you're like, no, I'm paying this much for Darkseid. And he's like, no, Darkseid's like 1,700 rubles. And I'm like, I don't even have rubles. And he's like, well, I need rubles. And there's nothing you can do about that. All right, let's go ahead. We will draw a card with Johnny Quick. And because of Bell Rev, it is plus 1 power additionally. So that's 1 power. Royal Flush Gang, draw 2 cards. Discard 2 cards. Oh, that was stuck. That's the problem with sleeving cards. They stick sometimes. So I have to discard 2 cards. We will discard Weakness. Always discard Weakness. And we'll discard Invulnerable. So again, we are at 1, 2 power. 3 power with Vibe. Let's see, I can put a hero or superpower on top of my deck. Did I have John Constantine? I thought I purposely got him back. There he is. All right. So we're at 1, 2, 3 power. Reveal a top card of your deck. I may draw it. I know what it is. I just put it there. So 1, 2, 3 power. Reveal top 2 cards of my deck. Draw one of them. Put the other on top or destroy it. All right, we're going to draw Commissioner Gordon and destroy this weakness. So again, it is 1, 2, 3 power, 4, 5, 6, 7 power total. Not enough to get Darkseid. Get rid of Johnny Quick. And I still have 5 left over. We'll get a Cosmic Staff because I need a few defense cards. I keep getting attacked by these villains, and I'd rather not. Robin just can't take it anymore today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. That's a good hand. That's going to get rid of Darkseid. What do we got here? Cosmic Staff. Okay, well, I just bought one. Why not get a second? This is going to be a good turn. There's no villains out there, so that's going to be 2. Power Girl will be 3, bringing it to 5 total. We can play Quiver of Arrows. Look at this. And, you know, we'll leave it there. Yeah, we'll leave it there. So again, we are at 2, 5 power. Do I want to use Signature Trenchcoat? Yes, we're going to use Signature Trenchcoat to get another Johnny Quick. And then it's time for Man-Bat Serum. How does Man-Bat Serum work? It's +1 for all these victory points. So we're at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 power. Unfortunately, Man-Bat Serum is destroyed, but Darkseid is defeated, and I still have 6 power left over to buy Firestorm. I'll take that. I will take that any day. Well, got a few of you here now, so I guess that's a good time to talk about the Solo Crisis League. If you are a fan of the DC deck building game, you're probably familiar with Crisis Mode. Crisis Mode is a co-op mode as opposed to the usual competitive mode. You have to fight Crisis cards and then defeat supervillains. You have to do all of that before the main deck runs out. I run a league that I call the Solo Crisis League, where we take this game mode and we do it in solo play. You are then ranked. So you take this game that's normally a win-lose condition and you say, hey, you might have won, but so did 70 other people. How well do you win? We take stats like how big was the main deck at the end, how much was the supervillains you defeated, etc., and we rank each other in those stats. So that is a better determination of how good you were at the game. Lots of info below if you're interested. I've got a whole video on it, and check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. New rounds every week. So we have a new deck. Got to get a new card out here for the new turn. I have a defense card. That's a plus. Okay. Let's see. We have to get the Crisis card out here, and we have to get a new villain. Let's see what we're doomed to this time. Final Countdown. At the start of your turn, put a card with cost 1 or greater from your hand into the lineup. Your team must destroy cards in the lineup of cost 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2. Fortunately, there is a giant lineup right now, and I don't think this is going to take too long. Sometimes, if Final Countdown shows up really early in the game, it can take quite a long time to beat. And I don't think that's going to happen today, and that's a good thing. Now we have to get a new supervillain, and we're probably just going to defend against it, but let's see who it is. Brainiac, I'm not even going to read your attack. We're just going to defend. You may discard this card to avoid an attack. If you do, you may put a card from your discard pile on top of your deck. I don't have a discard pile right now, but I don't want that attack. Goodbye. Because of Final Countdown, I have to put a card out there. We're going to put... I don't like Bizarro Power because I don't like gaining weaknesses. So we're going to put that out there. There are no villains, so we can attempt to beat that. So there has to be a card of cost 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2 out here in order for me to get rid of this. Where are we? We have a 7 with Pandora. We have a 6 with Broadsword. I'm just going to try and even this out. Get out of here. 7, 6... do I have any 5s? I do with Cosmic Staff. Any 4s? I do with Power Drain. Any 3s? I do with Steel. There are no 2s, so I need a card out there that costs 2. Now, fortunately, I'm able to put a card out there each turn, so I have some control over this. Let's clean up some of these victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll get this taken care of. Okay. Still my turn. It's always my turn. I'm the only player. Johnny Quick is +1 because of Bell Rev and also draw a card. We're going to use Signature Trenchcoat to get Man-Bat Serum back. As you saw last turn, it is extremely helpful with defeating villains, especially when I have all of these victory points. So we are at, what, 1 power total. We're going to draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards with Royal Flush Gang. Ooh. Let's just, we'll have to discard that. Okay. So that is 1, 2 power total, 4 power total. Let's see, what do we want? I'm going to ignore these cards. Let's go ahead and get House of Mystery. I love the names of locations in the DC Universe. House of Mystery. New card coming out is Element Woman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So, like I said before, we need to destroy a card that costs 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2 all at the same time out here. There are no cards that cost 2, but I have to put a card out each turn. Let's see if there's a card that costs 2 in my hand. There is. So we're going to put Flight out there. We're going to destroy this whole line here. There it is. And goodbye, final countdown. And hello, my sanity, as this is a much more manageable area that sparks joy. It's sparking joy now. Okay. So, let's do this. Plenty of cards here that are pretty valuable. What do I want to do, though? Okay, we're going to play Giganta. That is 1 power with Bell Rev. If there are cards that cost 3 or less in my discard pile, so far, oh, there's 1. So she only is going to get me 3 power total. 4 or 5 with Cosmic Staff. 6 with Catwoman. Now Firestorm. Put the top card of your deck on your character. This card has the game text of that card each time, of each card on your character this turn. So basically, every time Firestorm comes out, it's going to add a card to this pile. Then, you can basically replay that card over and over and over again as Firestorm comes out. So we're going to use it. It's going to be Vibe. That's a pretty good one to do this with. So again, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 with Vibe. Let's go ahead. Let's get a Star Labs. Yeah, Star Labs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, before that, I played Vibe last time, so I was able to put a hero superpower on top of my deck. Is there any I wanted to do that with? Let's put Man-Bat Serum. Oh, that's not a superpower or a hero. What am I talking about? No, there's nothing here I want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I put a card out yet? I don't think I did. There we go. That feels right. Okay. Blight. I may destroy a card in my hand or discard pile. If it's a superpower, I get that much power due to its cost. We're gonna just destroy this punch out of my hand. There's only 7 in the game. I don't want them in my hands anymore. So that's gonna be a total of 1 power because of Bell Rev. Plus this 4 is gonna bring me to 5, but I have to gain a weakness. 6, 7, and we're gonna say equipment. What we got? Oh well. And now I can either get 9 power or I can get a card from the destroyed pile. Let's go to the destroyed pile because we did destroy quite a few cards there. Captain Atom I'm a fan of. Is there anything here I really want? I really want Cosmic Staff the most, I think. Yeah, that's the one we want. And we'll go ahead and buy the Central City with the rest of our power. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. That's a pretty good hand. New card has to come out for this hand. Alright, let's do... what order do we want to do this in? We'll play Power of the Rot. No, we won't. We won't. We'll play Johnny Quick to draw a card. No, we won't. We'll play John Constantine to draw 2 cards. Reveal 2 cards. Put one on top of the deck and destroy the other. We'll leave Transmute. We'll draw Transmute, Destroy, and Vulnerable. We'll play Transmutation to destroy this weakness in my hand and gain a victory point in the process. We will play Mallet. Look at the top card of my deck. I may discard it. We'll leave it there. Yeah, then we'll play Johnny Quick to draw a card. Ta-da. So our total right now is 1 power. With Bow Staff, that's 4. That's all we're going to get because Power of the Red does nothing for us. We will get Giganta out of here, though. Get her out of here. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, that's an okay hand. I'm not going to complain about that. New card comes out. Man-Bat Serum. Gotta see those as much as possible. Transmutation. I can destroy a card and gain a card of that cost. So, anything I want to destroy in here? We're just going to destroy this weakness. Goodbye. And I get a victory point in the process. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we'll say it's an equipment. It's here. It's a superpower. Oh well. 8, we'll get rid of Killer Frost, and we'll buy another Man-Bat Serum. With 2 Man-Bat Serums, we can make pretty short work of any villain, as long as we get through the Crisis cards. 2, 3. Yep, Man-Bat. Dr. Kirk Langstrom. Let's go ahead, shuffle up our discard pile here so we can put it into our deck because we do not have 5 cards to draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. New card coming out. Bam! Emperor Penguin. Oh, that's a terrible hand. It's not what you wanted to hear, but it's the truth. Alright. Power of the red. We will discard this weakness. You know what? We're going to discard Flight also. So we can draw 2 cards at least. 1, 2, 3, 6. I can get up to 10, but I don't see a point because I'm also going to gain a weakness in the process. So we're just not going to play Bizarro Power. We're going to get rid of Emperor Penguin, and we'll get another Bow Staff, but we're going to leave the rest of these as they are. New card coming out. Magician's Corset. That's a card I like. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, we have a new location. So now, I get +1 for every villain. I can draw a card when there's a weakness or vulnerability in my hand, which I keep forgetting about. So, one more thing to forget about, I guess. House of Mystery. The first time you play a card of cost 5 or greater during each of your turns, draw a card. Okay, well we're going to play Royal Flush Gang. So that's draw 2 cards, and then discard 2 cards. 1 and 2. Because that cost 5 or greater, we will also draw a card. Because it was a villain, it gets +1 power. Alright, so we are at 1 power total. And we're going to play Transmutation. We can destroy a card on our discard pile. We're going to destroy this weakness. Goodbye. So, 1 power total. We now also have Star Labs out here to add to this chunk of stuff I'm going to forget about. Because there's just too much. There's just too much text sometimes. 1 power total. 2, 3, and we're going to say it's a superpower. It's a hero. Oh well. But we're going to play Firestorm. Bam! With Firestorm, we are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I can put a hero or superpower on top of my deck. We're going to put... I could do Bizarro. We're going to put Bizarro. Bizarro alone, while he gives us a weakness, he's worth a third of Brainiac's cost. So, since we're drawing 5 cards next turn, one of them being a third is not something I'm going to complain about. What was our total power again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's enough for Magician's Corset. That's enough. New card coming out. Firestorm Matrix. Now that's a card I can get behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's one of my favorites. This is not a great hand. It could be. There's a couple draw cards here. That's a benefit. But it's not a great hand right now. Let's see if it grows into one. So I get +1 for equipment, +1 for villains. Okay. Reveal the top card of your deck, draw it or pass it to another player's discard pile. I will draw Cosmic Staff, sure. So that's 1 power because it's a equipment. 2 power because it's a villain and draw a card. 3 power because it's a villain and draw a card. 4 power because it's a villain, and do I meet the criteria? I don't. So that's going to be 4 plus 2 more, brings us to 6 power. 7, 8, 9 because it's an equipment, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 because it's an equipment. That's goodbye Brainiac. I still have 2 power left over. What's that cost? That's not going to give me... I'm not going to play Bizarro Power then. I was thinking maybe if Bizarro Power was able to afford me Firestorm Matrix, I'd take the weakness in the process. It's not going to happen, so I'm not doing it. You can't make me. All right, that water's almost out. We're going to have to take a break soon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or I'll die. I'll just die. It's hot. Now, new card has to come out, and we have to get a new crisis. New crisis. I have 2 defense cards to choose from, come the new villain. So, we are all set. World Domination. At the start of your turn, resolve the current supervillain's first appearance attack against you. If it doesn't have one, discard a random card instead. So let's read that again, because I did not absorb. I just said the words, and I absorbed none of the information. So we're just going to read it again. At the start of your turn, resolve the current supervillain's first appearance attack against you. If it doesn't have one, discard a random card instead. So basically, he's going to attack me every turn, no matter what. Each player must destroy the top card of his deck. Remove this crisis only if each of those cards has cost 1 or greater. Is this any different? As I said earlier, some of these are different if you're playing solo. This isn't one of them. So that's what we're going to have to do. That's not a problem. I don't have any cards that are 0, except maybe a few weaknesses, and they're very rare. The unfortunate thing is we might destroy a valuable card, but with Sinestro Trenchcoat, for most cards, we'll be able to get them back. Now we have the new supervillain, and it is Parallax. We're just going to defend against that. I have 2 defenses to choose from. I can either put a card from my discard pile on top of my deck, or gain the bottom card of the main deck. I know for a fact the bottom card of the main deck is a kick, because I put it there. So we're going to go ahead and do Flight. So if I do, you may put a card from your discard pile on top of your deck. What do I want on top of my deck? Oh, I know exactly what I want on top of my deck, because we have to destroy the top card of my deck in order to beat World Domination. So what don't I want? Let's just find a card I just don't care about. I don't care about... what are we going to learn about me today? What are we going to learn? I don't care about Commissioner Gordon, and I'm sticking to that. All right. No villains out here, which means I can resolve it. Each player must destroy the top card of his deck. Remove the crisis only if those cards cost 1 or greater. Commissioner Gordon is destroyed. Goodbye, World Domination. That was an easy one. A little bit tougher when you're playing with 2 to 5 players, but with 1 player, that's usually pretty easy. All right, we are back. Me and Parallax. Mano a mano. Now, we have a new location. It's Central City. We are now getting +1 on all superpowers, all equipment, and all villains. These locations, while they can be forgotten easily, really boost your deck throughout the experience. So, buy them, use them, grow. We'll play John Constantine, reveal the top 2 cards of your deck, and draw one of them. Put the other on top of your deck, or destroy it. We are going to draw Man-Bat Serum, and we'll keep Animal Man on top. Why are we drawing Man-Bat Serum? Because it's going to destroy Parallax in 1 move, easily. So we have 1 with Catwoman, 2, 3 with Cosmic Staff, 4 because it's an equipment, 5 because Man-Bat's an equipment, Man-Bat Serum, and then 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 power. Goodbye Man-Bat Serum. Also goodbye Parallax. I still have 5 power left over to buy... probably nothing. Yeah, I'm good. Alright, we are flying through this. This is hard mode, but it's not been a problem so far. Not a problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Is that 5? Alright. That's another Man-Bat Serum. If we can get rid of this crisis, that's going to be another supervillain gone in no time. New card has to come out. It is a villain, so that's not great. As I mentioned before, you can't beat a crisis if there's any villains out here, period. Legion of Doom. Put the top 3 cards of the main deck into the lineup. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. That's 2 magics. That's good because I really like magic. Hero cards lose all text and have +1 power instead. So no more +3 power from Power Girl. No more putting a hero or superpower on top of my deck with Vibe. Things like that. To beat, each player must destroy a hero in his hand. Okay, do I have a defense? I didn't even look at that. I don't. So let's figure out what this supervillain's going to do to us. Black Manta. Each player puts all equipment from his hand into the lineup. Man-Bat Serum. I hardly knew ye. You'll be back. I won't forget you. I have to destroy a hero in hand to beat this. We're going to go ahead and... Oh, I can't because there's a villain out here. We have to get rid of Royal Flush Gang before we can get rid of Legion of Doom. That's not a problem. We'll play Transmutation, which is going to give me 1 power because of Central City. We can destroy a card in our discard pile. And if it's a superpower, we can gain a card at that cost. Oh, wait, no. That's not that card. That's a different card I'm thinking of. But we can destroy a card. What do we want to destroy? We're going to destroy... Oh... We're going to destroy this Power of the Red. I've got 2 of them. I can gain a card of cost 4 or less from the lineup. Because of that, we're going to gain Man-Bat Serum. It's back. It's back. And because I did that, I get a victory point as well, making Man-Bat Serum even more powerful. That's why I like that card. Okay, so we are at 1 power total, even though I'm fooling around here. 2 power with the Blight. But if I destroy a card that costs 3, that'll be enough to buy Royal Flush Gang. It's got to be one here that costs 3. There is one, and it's another Power of the Red. So that's 2 Power of the Reds destroyed, bringing us to 6 power. We're going to buy Royal Flush Gang, which goes to the destroyed pile. And then we are going to discard this, or destroy this Animal Man from hand, getting rid of Legion of Doom. So it didn't do much for my personal hand that turn, other than have to sacrifice a few cards. But we got rid of the Crisis real quick. Yes, Man-Bat Serum is risen. Don't forget it. Tell your friends. I think... Did I get both of them back yet? Or is there one still in the destroyed pile? There is one still in the destroyed pile. That's okay. We'll get them back. Got plenty of cards that can do that. Alright, shuffle that up. New deck. Bam. Now, Black Mana does have this stipulation. He costs 3 more for each equipment in the lineup. And there is 1, 2, 3 equipment out there right now. So his 10 is actually 19, but we can afford to get rid of some of these and be okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. What do we got? That's some good cards. Choose any number of players. Each of those players draws a card. +1 power for each player who draws a card that way. Who drew a card this way. +1. See, that's why I need water, because you're making me talk so much. All right, so that's 1 power. We can play Mallet, reveal a top card, draw it, or move it to my discard pile. We will draw it. So that's actually 1, 2, 3 power, because there's 2 equipment. So 3, 4 power of Royal Flush Gang. Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. We will discard Power Drain. It's thirsty. That's what's wrong with it. And we will discard, what else? I gotta discard something else. That's a risk. Do I want to take it? Do I want to take it? We're gonna discard Cosmic Staff. Yeah. So again, we are at 1, 2, 3, 4 power. 5 because of Bell Rev. We will destroy Power Drain, getting us to 9 power. 10, 11, and we'll say equipment. It's a superpower. 11 plus 3 is 14, with 1 from Central City, making it 15. And I could be at 17 with Signature Trenchcoat, or I could just get a Man-Bat Serum. Let's get a Man-Bat Serum back, because Signature Trenchcoat gets destroyed cards back. So we are at 15 power. That's not enough to get black mana. It's enough to buy Firestorm Matrix. And we'll also buy Sledgehammer and Quiver of Arrows, making black mana defeatable. I am going to take a quick break there to fill my water, though. So I will be right back, and we will, crush black mana as we do. We're back, and as usual, I'm back just in time to completely forget what was going on. So let's try and figure it out. I don't have a hand, so let's go ahead and draw a hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I don't think I put a card out. That all looks very familiar. So yeah, we'll put a new card out. Strife, not my favorite. So black mana costs 3 more for all equipment, but there's no equipment out there. I'd like to get rid of Strife, just because there's going to be a new Crisis coming up. But if I can get rid of black mana exclusively, I'm not going to complain about that. So 1 and draw a card for draw Johnny Quick. We can destroy a card in our discard pile. We will destroy Sledgehammer. We get a VP, a victory point, and I can gain a card from the lineup with that cost or less. We will gain Strife. Goodbye. Okay, so that's 2 power because of 1 villain and 1 superpower. 2 power, huh? These are pretty weak cards I have here. I'd like to destroy them. Destroy! Oh, because of House of Mystery, when I played that, I get to draw a card. Keep forgetting about that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Doesn't get me there. It doesn't. That's okay. 9 power, I can get 1 magic. Plus 1 magic. And do I want Animal Man back? Yeah, you can come back, Animal Man. I miss you. I miss you, Animal Man. New card coming up. Commissioner Gordon. Oh, I destroyed you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I said bad things about you. This is a pretty good hand. This Firestorm is going to help me quite a bit. We will play Johnny Quick to draw a card and get plus 1 power because it's a villain. There are no villains out here, unfortunately, so these are both going to be worth 2, but with this location, they'll be worth 3. So that is 3, 6, and with Johnny Quick, that's 7. 8. And then do I get the special ability? No, I don't. So that's going to be 8, 9, 10. I can already afford black mana. We can gain a card from the destroyed pile. Do I have a Man-Bat Serum? No, but I have a Royal Flush Gang. I'm a pretty big fan of that. Pretty big fan of that. In fact, that's exactly what we're going to do, Royal Flush Gang. And I have Firestorm. Let's do it. Boom. New card going over here. Okay. Okay. I know I've pretty much covered up entirely Robin's ability here. Let's try and make some more room. I really filled it up. Normally I use this entire map for the play area, but you know, cameras only cover so much area, so that's how we gotta live sometimes. So we're at 10, plus 3 puts us at 13, 14, and I can put a hero or superpower on top of my deck. So my plan here is to put a defense on top of my deck. Obvious reason being, so I can defend myself from the next villain that's about to come up. And I can also destroy a card in my hand or discard pile. We will destroy... You know what? It's time to get rid of Catwoman. She's not doing much for me. And bye-bye, Black Manta. Goodbye to this hand. And we can draw our next hand and get ready for our new crisis. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a perfect 5. Okay. And a Man-Bat Serum. And a defense. This isn't going to take long at all. Not at all. Okay. I'm just going to spread this out a bit and make it a little bit easier for me to read. Put this weakness down here. And, you know, just try and not go insane in this space. That's all. Alright, new crisis. This one gets me. Collapsing parallel worlds. Each player places all cards he buys or gains from the lineup under this card, including villains. Remove this crisis when there are 10 cards under this card. Then one player destroys his deck and discard pile. The cards under this crisis become his new deck. So basically, all these cards I have are going away. There's nothing I can do about it. Alright, better get 10 good cards. Better. Okay. Let's do this. New villain. The Joker. Each player puts a random... No, he doesn't. We're just going to defend with Stargirl. You may discard this card to avoid an attack. If you do, draw a card and then put a card of cost 1 or greater from the destroyed pile on the bottom of the main deck. All right, I have to draw a card, so I have to shuffle my discard pile here. So here's what we're going to try and do. We are going to... Here's my game plan, okay? We're going to purposely destroy a signature trench coat and probably also a Man-Bat Serum, so that we can purchase them from the destroyed pile, therefore adding them to my next deck and keeping my plan going, keeping my plan alive, instead of starting from scratch with just 10 new cards. Does that make sense? I think it does. Okay, I could also, sorry, I forgot, because of Stargirl, I could put a card at the bottom of the main deck. Do I have any more kicks in the destroyed pile? Kicks are usually a good indicator. Like, hey, you've reached the bottom. There's no kicks. There's not supposed to be kicks here. There's one here. It's going to the bottom of the main deck. Like I said, the size of the main deck is a rankable score in the Solo Crisis League, which I'm playing for. So it's kind of a good idea to make that as big as possible. All right. John Constantine. Reveal 2 cards from your deck. Draw 1, put the other on top of your deck, or destroy it. We will draw 1, and we will destroy this bow staff. Then we'll play... So I also get to draw a card because I played a card of cost 5 or greater. Then we'll play Royal Flush Gang. Draw 2 cards, and then discard 2 cards. Oh, man. We are going to play Transmutation. We're going to destroy this Man-Bat in my hand. We're going to get a victory point for that. That's something. And we'll put a kick. No. Yes. Oh, this is... So here's the problem. The problem is that I'm stuck with whatever 10 cards I put in there. So I don't want to just put garbage cards in there. Alternatively, I want to get rid of this as soon as possible so that I can move on through the game and be done quickly. And not get to the end of the main deck and just lose. So we're going to put one kick in there. That's what we're going to do. All right, and power-wise, we're at what? 1, 2 power. 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's 6 power. Let's go ahead. We'll buy Captain Atom. And I'm not going to play these other cards from my hand. Or am I? Yeah, we will. We'll play Bizarro, so that's 4 power and gain a weakness. And then we'll play Man-Bat Serum for another, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20 power. I do want to buy Magic. And I guess I'll put one Bizarro in there. And we'll put Element Woman in there. So with that, we are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 10 within one turn. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. New card comes out. John Constantine, that's what I want to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. So we're just going to play this hand super quick. 2, 3, 4. So I'm just going to play up here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll say it's a superpower. It is not. 7, 8. We'll say it's a villain. It is. 9 and draw a card. I'm not going to get anything for this. Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. My hand's empty. It's not going to do anything for me. So again, that was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 power. Well, we're going to buy John Constantine. And we might as well buy Transmutation also. So bringing us to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards down here. Do I have any defense in there? No, we will buy... Fine, we'll buy Commissioner Gordon because he's at least a defense card. Sorry for the awful things I said about you. Commissioner Gordon. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. New card coming out. I would like to destroy these signature trench coats, but we'll play one signature trench coat to buy Man-Bat Serum. What are we at now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can play another signature trench coat. You know what? Before we do that, let's play Mallet, reveal a top card, draw it, or pass it to another player's discard pile. There is to any player's discard pile. Okay, we're going to discard that. We're going to play signature trench coat. Do I want a second Man-Bat Serum? Just finish off the deck, or is there something more powerful I want? More power. I've been pretty good about just destroying cards I'm not super interested in. I do have a tendency to get attached to some of these cards. Yeah, we're going to put a second Man-Bat Serum in there. And I think that's 10. Destroys his deck and discard pile. Yep. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These cards are destroyed. Add it to the destroyed pile here. Massive destroyed pile now. Probably as big as the main deck. Now, do locations count as my hand and discard pile? Because they are in play, which is neither in my hand or discard pile. Collapsing Parallel Worlds. What do you say? Who wants to watch me read a rule book? Because that's what you're about to do. Congratulations. Collapsing Parallel Worlds. Where are you? Okay, villains that players buy or gain from the lineup are placed, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. The last villain, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that does not answer my question. Okay, let's see if the locations description comes out. In the Forever Evil rulebook. Rulebook number 2 to check. Locations. Location cards go straight to your discard pile when bought or gained, just like any other card. However, when you later draw and play a location, that card will remain face up in play in front of you for the rest of the game. Each location has a unique effect, blah, blah, blah. You can have any number of locations in play at once. So they are not, this specifically calls for, remove this crisis when there are 10 cards under this card. Then that one player destroys his deck and discard pile. The card under this crisis becomes his new deck. Okay, so I get to keep the locations because they are not in my hand. I'm sorry, they are not in my discard pile or my deck. So goodbye, collapsing parallel worlds. Hello, 10 new cards. And let's take down the Joker. He only costs 10, so that's not so bad. One, two, three, four, five. Now, I don't have... Do I? I don't think I have any of the trench coats. Yeah, neither of my signature trench coats made it into my deck, which means I cannot interact with this destroyed pile anymore. That's that. Those cards are really, really gone. All right, we'll play John Constantine. Reveal 2 cards of the deck. Draw 1, put the other on top of your deck, or destroy it. We will draw Bizarro and leave Commissioner Gordon here. Okay, so 4 and gain a weakness. 5, 6, and because she has all of these abilities. Wait, before I do that, I get to draw a card because of the House of Mystery. Sorry, 4, 5, 6, and because she has so many traits, she is a superpower, equipment, and a villain. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's enough to beat the Joker. And 1, 2 power is enough to buy Flight. I don't really want Flight, but I need some cards. That's for sure. I have 2 Man-Bats in my hand that turn that I didn't have to use. We are going to save them for a rainy day. 2 Man-Bat Serums, I should say. We have to shuffle our deck because, like I said, there were only 10 cards, and I used like 8 of them that turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Any defense cards? No, no defense cards. New card comes out. New Crisis. Identity Crisis. Each player flips his super... Oh, wait, these are actually gone too. That reminds me. These are gone because that is gone. Each player flips his superhero face down. Players cannot avoid the supervillain's first appearance attack. To beat, each player must discard +6 power worth of cards from his hand, then flip the superhero face up. So I have to discard 6 power worth of hand. That's not so bad. It's basically like buying a 6 power card. Captain Cold. Interesting. Each player flips his superhero face down. That's not often that lines up. When the villain is defeated, each player may discard a random card. If you do, flip your superhero face up. Okay. That's not so bad. So each player must discard 6 power worth of cards from their hand. I can destroy a card in my hand or discard pile and gain a victory point. So we're going to do that. I can gain a card of cost 4 or less from the lineup and put it in any player's hand. I guess we'll do that with Strife. She'll go to the destroyed pile since she's a villain. So we're at 1 power. I'm not going to play Magic or Man-Bat Serum. So that's going to be that turn. This is not pretty. This is not how I want things to go. Oh, Psycho Pirate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Alright. This is pretty good. So, I have to get rid of Psycho Pirate first, though. All right, well, we can do that. So that's 4. Gain a weakness. So it's 4, actually 5 because of Central City. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Goodbye, Psycho Pirate. Still have 5 left. 6 and 7. We'll get a kick, but I'm not going to get either of those, and we're not going to play this Man-Bat Serum. Okay, new card comes out. Power Armor. That's a pretty good one to have. At least it's a defense and it's 3 power, so I'll take it. I will take it. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So to beat this, I have to discard 6 power from hand. We will discard Bizarro and a kick to get rid of Identity Crisis. I still don't get my hero back, though, because Captain Cold also had me flip my hero. Reveal 2 cards from the main deck, or sorry, from your deck. Draw one of them and put the other on top or destroy it. We will draw Man-Bat Serum. We will destroy this weakness. All right, 2, 3 power. I could beat Captain Cold using this Man-Bat Serum. What's left? There's still 3 more villains after him, though. I'm going to save it. The reason I'm saving it is because I've only got 2 uses of Man-Bat Serum in me. And because I can't interact with the destroyed pile after I destroy it. And I don't want to use it on Captain Cold because he's pretty cheap. So I'll just buy a kick instead. New card coming out. Emperor Penguin. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, Captain Atom, you may gain a card cost 4 or less from the lineup. We'll just do that with Emperor Penguin real quick. He's gone. And this is 2, 3, 4, 5 because of all the different things she qualifies under. We can play that, but I don't think it's going to be able to destroy anything. We'll destroy a kick. Why not? So since I destroyed the kick, that's another power and another victory point, by the way. So that is, I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not going to play Man-Bat Serum or that, so we'll just go ahead and buy a kick. I know I just destroyed a kick, but I was trying to get somewhere else, and I didn't quite get there. Owlman. It's been a while. I haven't seen any of the Earth 2 villains. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are we looking at? That's a great hand. I just can't do that right now. Oh, this is Owlman. So Earth 2 villains, or is it Earth 3? I think it might be Earth. Yeah, it's Earth 3. Sorry. Earth 3 is like the opposite of the standard DC universe. It's where all the heroes are villains and all the villains are heroes. So the Justice League in Earth 3 is the Injustice Society, consisting of Owlman, Superwoman, Ultraman, Johnny Quick. I can't remember the other ones. Oh, Power Ring, that's Green Lantern. Grid is Cyborg. And who is Aquaman? I can't remember who Aquaman is. I think he's like Kingfisher or something weird like that. All right. Where are we? We'll just take 2 power for Captain Atom. We're not going to use these Man-Bat Serums. I know it's tempting, but I can't. I need to use those for actual emergencies. So 2, 6, 7 with a weakness gained. 8, we can at least buy power armor, which is what I've been trying to do for like 3 turns. Yeah, I'll take that. New card coming out. Cold Gun. Not a great card. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's see what we got here. That's better. John Constantine. Reveal 2 cards. Draw 1. We will draw 1, and we'll leave Commissioner Gordon there. All right. So we can destroy a card in our hand or discard pile. We will destroy this weakness from our discard pile. Then we'll play Element Woman. So we are at a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 because of all of this. All of that, you know. 7, 8 with this kick. 9, 10 with this kick. We will... You know what? We won't. We'll just keep Magic. And we will buy Captain Cold. And move on with our lives. That's what we're going to do. We still have Owlman out there. Unfortunately. But I know for a fact we have a defense card on top of our deck, which was one of my goals there. Always try to have a defense card on top of your deck for the next turn. That's one of the best advice I can give you when playing this game, because some of those supervillain attacks hurt pretty bad if you can't defend yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. New card comes out. Invulnerable. Not my favorite, but I could use some more defense cards. So, the crisis is a death in the family. At the start of your turn, destroy a hero in the lineup. If there are none to destroy, add the top card of the main deck to the lineup. Each player must destroy a defense card in his hand. Okay. New villain. Each player puts the top 2... No, we're not. We're just going to defend. We're not doing that. We will defend with Commissioner Gordon. You may discard this to avoid an attack. If you do, gain 1 victory point. There it is. All right. Now I have to, at the beginning of your turn, destroy a hero in the lineup. So that's goodbye to Steel. And to beat it, I have to destroy a defense card in hand. We will destroy this flight card. Saying, oh, I can't. Can't beat a crisis while there's a villain out. So we have to beat Owlman first. All right, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's enough to beat Owlman. And then we can contribute this flight card to get rid of a death in the family. That was a pretty good turn. To make it even better, I could play this Man-Bat Serum and just beat Hades right now. I will be right back and see just what's going on out there. And we're back, and I don't know what's going on, so let's just figure it out. No cards in my hand, so we'll just draw some cards. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Seems like a good start. Put a new card out there. Blackgate Prison. Okay, that's a pretty good hand to start with here. We can play John Constantine, draw 2 cards. Sorry, reveal 2 cards, Draw one, leave the other on top. We will take Captain Atom right there, and we'll leave the kick on top. All right. We will play Captain Atom. You may gain a card of cost 4 or less from the lineup and put it in any player's hand. We will buy Blackgate Prison, put it in our hand, and then we'll just play it. How that works is, once during each of your turns, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a vulnerability or a weakness, destroy it and gain a victory point. It's never going to be a vulnerability. It might be a weakness. And since I played a card of cost 5 or more, this is a mess. I can draw a card. Boom. Okay, so that is that. I can destroy a card and then gain a card from the lineup. I played this also. I won't destroy a card, I don't think. Nope. We're just not going to play that card. All right. Whew. Let me just get caught up here. All right. 2. And do I want to? 5, 6, because it's equipment. I think we'll just stop there at the 6. We'll buy Cold Gun and Invulnerable. They are not great cards. I'm not looking forward to playing them. But, well, we'll see. I'm at limited options here. That Crisis, that Collapsing Parallel Worlds really took a lot of my stronger cards away. Pretty much all of them. Let's just say that. And now we're just trying to crawl back. Another Element Woman would help, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Man-Bat's here. I swear it comes every turn. It is tempting me. All right. 4, but also gain a weakness. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I will buy Element Woman. I will not play. Oh, wait. Hold on. Go back. 4 and gain a weakness, but also +1 because it's a superpower. And also draw a card because it costs more than 5. Okay, that's better. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Still didn't get me there. I tried. You're not going to do it, Man-Bat Serum. We will buy Element Woman, though, because she is going to help me. Grid is not. Grid is not going to help me. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There's Man-Bat again, tempting me. All right, we will play Transmutation to destroy this weakness in my discard pile and also gain a victory point, which is absolutely atrocious right now. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Gain that. That'll help the math. All right, so we are at 1 power. We will use Captain Atom to just gain grid. Goodbye. 2, and we can freeze that for whatever reason. Why not? That's what I say. 3, that's not going to get me anywhere. That's that turn, unfortunately. Goodbye to the frozen token. New card comes out. Firestorm Matrix, that's cool. That's cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Time to shuffle this discard pile again. I'm not super thrilled with how this deck is going. I knew this would happen. As soon as I didn't have a signature Trenchcoat, I knew this is what was going to happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need that signature Trenchcoat with Collapse and Parallel Worlds if you're going to get your cards back from the destroyed pile. It's the only way. The only way. We will play John Constantine. 2. Reveal 2 cards. I can draw 1. Put the other back on top of the deck or destroy it. We will draw Transmutation. And we'll leave Man-Bat on top. Okay. This will be 4 power. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We won't play Transmutation, but we will say goodbye to Hades. And you know what? We're going to buy a kick too. Why not? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's our new hand. Oh, I had to discard a random card in order to get my hero back, but I think that was actually earlier. I already defeated him, so we'll discard, pick a card. That one? That one? Okay. You made me discard Invulnerable. I'm not upset about that. We have Robin back. Not that his ability has done much for me this game. I've pretty much been playing without it most of the game. Alright. Let's see how this goes. We have Alternate Reality. At the start of your turn, destroy all heroes in your hand. Gain that many random villains from the destroyed pile and put them into your hand. Your team must destroy 12 cost worth of heroes in their discard pile. That's actually going to be pretty tough. That's going to be a tough one. Now, our attack is going to be Atrocitus. Wait, this is only 4 cards. Was that supposed to be 4 cards? Did I miss something? Did I forget? Oh, I had to discard a card in order to get Robin back. I remember now. Each player puts his hand under his superhero. If you avoid this attack, put a random card from your... You know what? We'll just put it under our superhero. Okay. Those cards can wait for later. We'll stick it out there so I can actually see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I have to, at the start of your turn, destroy all heroes in your hand. Goodbye, Commissioner Gordon. Okay. And then your team must destroy 12 cost worth of heroes in their discard pile. Ugh. 4, 8. You know what? We can. So let's just do it. Because this could add up to be a really big problem if this goes on too long. So we're going to destroy, unfortunately, John Constantine for 5, 9, 13. We had to destroy 12, so that's unfortunate, but it's gone at least. That's not a problem anymore. And we are at 2, 4. Yeah, we'll magic this kick, so that's 6. What magic does is it copies a card, but you have to destroy that card in the process. 2, 4, 6, and 7 because of magic with Essential City. And with that, we'll buy Firestorm Matrix, and we will not play Man-Bat because I think I'm going to save Man-Bat. You know what? No. We're playing Man-Bat. It's happening. Right? Do I have another Man-Bat? Where'd my other Man-Bat go? Oh, I can get this back after I beat him. So yes, we're going to play Man-Bat, destroying Atrocitus, getting these cards back, shuffling our deck, getting the last Crisis and the last supervillain. We are almost done. I thought this would be harder than it actually ended up being. I think Crisis 1 is one of the simpler of the Crisis, but Forever Evil is one of the more difficult of the base decks. So combining the two, I wasn't sure what to expect. And honestly, it hasn't been that bad. I've barely used my character ability, and that says something, because most of the time you really need that character ability in order to beat the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. Let's see what this is. This last Crisis is Atlantis Attacks. At the start of your turn, resolve all villain attacks in the lineup against you. If there are no attacks, add the top card of the main deck to the lineup. Okay. Each player must discard 3 non-starter cards, each with different card types. Okay. Discard 3 cards of different card types? That is not a problem. Alright. Crisis Anti-Monitor. When a hero is added to the lineup, each player puts a weakness from the stack on top of his deck. Okay. Crisis Anti-Monitor costs 1 more to defeat for each card in the lineup. Each player must defeat the Crisis... Oh my god, this is a joke. Okay, he's going to cost 1 more for every card out here. There's only 1 card out here, and I've got enough here for Man-Bat Serum to beat him in 1 punch, which is probably going to be in the next turn or 2. This is over. New card comes out. And what was Atlantis Attacks? At the start of your turn, resolve all villain attacks. There are none. If there are no attacks, add the top card of the main deck to the lineup. There we go. Vibe. Okay. So, to beat that, each player must discard 3 non-starter cards with different card types. So, goodbye Captain Atom, goodbye Invulnerable, and goodbye Gold Gun. That's simple. Right? You know, let's change it up. We'll do Captain Atom, and then we'll do Bizarro. Yeah. How about that? Yeah? Nah. Invulnerable and Gold Gun. I was right the first time. Okay. Goodbye Atlantis Attacks. This is the last villain. Crisis Anti-Monitor. Oh wait, when a hero enters the lineup, I have to add a weakness to the top of the deck. Vibe enters the lineup, gain a weakness, goes top of my deck. Unfortunately, I still have 2 cards this turn, so that's 3. That's enough for me to buy Vibe, which is the only one I wanted to buy. I won't play Bizarro for literally no reason. New card comes out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is over. 2, 4, 6, and Mambat with, what, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21 for being an equipment. 21 power is far more than enough to beat the 13 power Crisis Anti-Monitor. Boom! That was easier than I thought it would be. There were some tough moments, but overall, not a problem. I really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it too. I hope you get this game if you don't have it already, and you can join the Solo Crisis League. If you already have the game, you should be playing in the Solo Crisis League. I'll explain it one more time. So Crisis Mode in DC Comics deck building game is a cooperative mode where you fight against a stack of supervillains as opposed to against each other. So basically what that boils down to, though, is a win-lose condition. You either win the game or you lost. There is no scoring. There's nothing like that. It's just pass-fail. That's it. So what Solo Crisis League is, it takes this pass-fail situation and it ranks it. So sure, you won, but lots of people win. I just won. I've won almost all the games I've played, 80% or so in the last 2 months, whatever. So how well did I win? I know people that have lost no games in the last 2 months. They're at 100% win rate right now, and I know that because of the Solo Crisis League. I know how many villains I've defeated because I've totaled it up. We rank ourselves on all of these different facets, all these things that kind of like signify how well you did. And we create a score and we rank you. So you know not only did you win, but how well did you win? Did you do the best? So check out the Solo Crisis League. There's a link below. If you like the mat, I designed it. I designed this mat as well as many others. There's a link to my Etsy store in the link below. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I had a great time tonight. And I will, do this again sometime. We'll see. Good night.